Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing to share with you guys. I know partially what's in here. This was sent by Urban EDC Supply. Thank you so much for sending this. You guys should check them out. I will link this stuff and Urban EDC Supply right down in the description. They have a lot of unique stuff that you're not going to find on other retailers, so be sure to check them out. Thanks to my generous patrons who are supporting me. There's a link for Patreon right down below. And please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay, let's get into this package. I talked with, I talked with him quite a bit. His name's Matt. He's a great guy. We talked about this. And, you know, he knows my feelings on, this is what you guys think it is, the James Brand Company, right? But I needed to check this out. I did. Let me take a look at this piece of paper here real quick. Okay, yeah. What is this? Ooh, okay, hold on. Let's get this, let's open this up. The Redstone. Oh, yeah, you know I have to check it out, right? I know you guys are going to say, what sort of black magic is barring me from, give me the Redstone, wizard box. Release your, there we go. Gosh. Okay, what's up? Come on. There we go. Gosh. All right. So here's the thing. Oh, thank goodness for this lanyard. Come out. The lanyard is the only thing that allowed me to get that thing out of there. Okay, so this is James Brand's version of the Axis lock, which is, it is the Axis lock. This is 12C27. This knife has a more reasonable price tag than a lot of their stuff. If you don't know, James Brand, a lot of their stuff is like nothing special. It's presented as special, little bit quirky and different. Kind of, they have this whole like vibe and culture thing that they're pushing with the knife, and to unsuspecting new people who buy into that are like, wow, cool, a premium knife, and then they end up paying, you know, way more money for one of these when literally the same type of thing is sold for substantially less all over the place. They have over and over and over again released knives that, you know, look like halfway decent designs with subpar materials for what they want for them. The coolest one definitely being the Barnes, and if it weren't $150 overpriced, I might have picked it up. This guy is very weird. Here's what I'll say about this: the price tag, from what I understand, is much more reasonable than other James Brand knives, but still pretty high. As far as everything that the James Brand Company has released, this is probably the most reasonable price tag. Now, I will tell you, it's not super duper smooth. It's okay, but not spectacular, and it is very awkward to manipulate. So doing the usual stuff, like, you know, if you're a brand new person, we're going to be like, oh yeah, it works exactly right. But these little holes, first of all, Axis style locks, what we want to do is take one hand and we want to be able to whip these close. I hate lanyards. This thing is just flopping all over the place and it's just getting in my way. I hate lanyards. Pull down and we want to be able to whip it closed. It's not doing that. I can probably loosen the pivot up a bit, but I worry that it's going to come off center or get loosey-goosey. And I got to be honest with you, right off the bat, it's got a little bit of blade play. So that's not my favorite thing in the whole world. Looks like we're running on phosphor bronze washers there. Yeah, it's a little tight, a little gritty. I also want to be able to flick it out, which I can kind of do, but boy, is it uncomfortable. Reverse flicking it. Yeah, you can get it. The other thing that's weird, I believe, maybe I'm wrong, are they serrated, half serrations only? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that was just what Urban EDC Supply had available. This is weird. It's just like not a full scale. But had they done a full scale, it would have been too boring, right? This gives it a quirky look that people remember. 12C27N, Sandvik. I don't have a problem with that steel at all. I like it. First impressions on this, not very good. Much more reasonable price tag, not very good. Not super excited about this. This just seems like more... It's just subpar. The nicest knife that they make is the Barnes. But it's made by Riyadh. It's not actually made by them or whoever they have been using for the OEM for this other stuff. It's made by Riyadh, which is why it works. And it's a beautiful design. I don't like the nuclear thumb studs on it, but everything else is great. And I would own it if it weren't for the horrendous price tag. It's a $450 knife masquerading as a $600 knife, and it's just not going to work. This thing, not super pumped, but it's not a review. This is just first impressions, you know. I doubt that it's going to change much between now and when I review it, but yeah, kind of weird. Not super into that one. Now this is something very different that it was brought to my attention. I said I absolutely want to check that out. So, this is interesting. We have looks like a Hank. Okay. I think, yeah. This is a titanium friction folder. Ooh, that's kind of neat. This is the kind of different that I like. Oh, does it have a second? I think it does. I think there's a second. That's weird. Is the detent, are there two detent holes? It's not a friction folder. It's just a double detent knife, slip joint thing. Yeah, it's all right. So there's no mid stop. This is just a weird design. The reason I said yes to this is because look at this. I'm not used to this at all. I really like diamond textured titanium, so that's cool. And this blade I thought looked really neat or really interesting. I'd never heard of. What is this? This is the JHO Knives Gentleman Slasher 3 Bead Blast Stonewashed. So this is a gentleman slasher. I don't know what that doesn't make sense to me. But it is neat. I think, you know, some people love these types of knives and some people hate them. I thought that this was a friction folder. It's just a double detent with no lock. A lot of people are going to look at this and think, that's really cool. I would much have preferred exactly that, but in a frame lock or a countersunk liner lock, and I would agree with you. I think they should do this in exactly that. There's a little bit of, it's not locked, but there's a little bit of play in this open, not side to side, right? But I guess it doesn't really matter because it's, you know, it's not a locking knife. But everything else feels pretty good. How's the centering? It looks like it's a tad off. I bet I could fix that just by tightening this down just a little bit. This is cool though. Yeah, the edge feels good. The edge is pretty thick, but it does feel good. It doesn't look sloppy. In fact, nothing on this knife really looks sloppy except for the centering. And I am almost certain that that's M390. Almost certain. It sure came with a lot of, oh, there's some stuff in here. What's this? This is just confusing. What's this? Oh, it has another blade. Really? Well, that's kind of interesting. You get it. Does it come with two blades? Because that's a massive part of the value there. I mean, that's huge, especially if it's M390. I mean, this is a much more utilitarian blade shape. There we go. There's two detent holes. That's why instead of one, you know, instead of two balls, it's got two holes. I'm sorry. Just realized what I was saying. Yeah. Okay, well that's kind of neat because I remember this being a bit expensive, but I didn't know it came with 2 blades. That is going to be a game changer for some people. Let's take a look here. Find out what we've got. Boy, this comes with a lot of stuff. Yeah. M390, titanium handle, limited production. Okay. This is that's kind of cool. I wish that it locked. But it is neat. It doesn't have a pocket clip, which is kind of a bummer. I think either way, it should have had a pocket clip. It's weird that it doesn't. But it is cool, and it's different. Not like no one's ever done this before, but it's got a bit of a different look to it. It's big too. This is not a small knife. Where's my? Yeah. It's almost 8 inches. So it's smaller than I thought. It's about 7.8 inches. The blade that's 3.5. It's a 3.5-inch blade. That's kind of neat. I'm really, I'm under the impression since it all came in one bag, it really does come with 2 blades, that's a huge value element there. That's pretty cool. All right, well, this does not have me excited in the slightest, but I felt like I needed to talk about it. This is actually pretty cool. In any case, you will get full comprehensive reviews of each of these items a few weeks from now. This is just first impressions, not a review at all, but those are coming. Thank you to Urban EDC Supply for sending these in for me to take a look at. I appreciate that. That's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.